Hello folks, hello YouTube, it's Robovsky, or Robov, or Rob, or however you know me, and this is Skyward Collapse, updated to the new 2.001 version, including the Nihon No Mura expansion, which includes the new Japanese faction, which I gotta say this game needed a new faction, but that's only available as an expandable DLC. So the 2.0, you move up to that for nothing. And there are new buildings and some new operational tactics and things like that. But to get the Nihon No Mura, you're going to need to buy that separately. Now, we're going to load into a game I've been playing here. And here we have the Japanese faction. Now, if you're not familiar with the game, the point of the game is to balance the two human factions against each other to maximize your point score. By age, I need a score by turn 30 of 1,150. And you do that by having them kill each other and destroy each other, basically, but not eliminating each other, because if this camp is destroyed, or this camp is destroyed, they're not going to make any more units to make points from. Now, you may be wondering, since this is a new map, and a new expansion, what the heck is this? This is Blight. Every turn there is Blight tile somewhere in the map. 2 new Blight tiles will form at random next to existing Blights. The new Blight tiles can take over buildings, but they won't take over ruins, bandit keeps, ally camps, monster caves, or town centers. You might go, what? Monster caves? That's new too. As you can see, the Blight's getting quite close to my Norse camp over here, and maybe starting to take over some buildings shortly. So, meanwhile, over here, we have the Japanese camp, which looks different, as you might expect, and has different units. This is actually a siege unit here. And the Norse units are fighting over here, and this is bamboo. Bamboo forest will, if a single random unit within any of the bamboo forests in the map is purified, so it'll lose all its bonuses. So, like, let's say this one was sitting in the bamboo, and this one's sitting in the bamboo. One of them might lose their bonuses. So that's a way to keep the bonuses from kind of like spinning out of control in the game, because quite honestly that does seem to kind of happen. This is an emptied ruin. And like, what can I do with an emptied ruin? Well, you might be able to, but you gotta wait for something to be destroyed before you can place these hamlet tiles. These are new. Hamlet buildings randomly rolled, so you're gonna help here. Hamlets are a fun and useful game within a game inside Skyward Collapse. The solitary goal of Hamlets is to use them to generate culture resource. Culture can be used as an alternative form of victory and to create large towns, amongst other things. So, that's a new game mechanic. Another good new game mechanic is that your profile has to be leveled up to certain abilities or ages, well, basically your profile in a lot of cases, so you can use some new tiles. Like this flower garden is not available till my profile is a level 3 and I'm currently a level 1. And while you used to be able to repair buildings, you can't repair buildings anymore, but you can level up units. Let's say I want to level up this guy. Right? So, you spend resources. It would cost me 12 bread, 12 steel, and 1 water flask to upgrade this guy. Or I could upgrade this guy. 12 mutton, 6 ranged weapon, and 1 water flask. And I got the stuff to do that, so we'll just do that right now. And you can upgrade up to level 4 on the fly, and that doesn't actually cost any actions, surprisingly. You have mythological units, and as you can see, the Japanese faction has their own mythological units. We're not actually up to gods yet, because we're still in the age of ban. And there are some new items in the tile set. For the basic set, you have like a well now, and you have a deer park, and you have a brewery. And there are some locked items until you get your profile up a little higher, and it's trading and a bazaar. So, and there's real online multiplayer, but this is against the AI at the moment, so again, it's just basically me versus the bandits, as these two independently operate against each other. And no, you can't just go and drop a bunch of mountains to keep them separated. So, what are we doing? Well, let's give you a bit of gameplay. So the Japanese faction's turn is at the moment, and I'm just going to, I don't actually need to expand this in any way, and I am currently saving for a new town center, which I now have. Now, your town centers have to be far enough apart, as you might remember. So I'm just going to stick one right over here. And then I'm going to use a couple actions to be able to get that going. That way I can recover some of that investment. I'm going to save the other few actions. And let's see if I can do the same for this side, because honestly, you want to keep things balanced. If you don't keep things balanced, it's not going to be a fun ride, because we'll just swamp the other ones, and next thing you know, the game's over. So, what one giveth, one should also giveth the other. Yeah, be fair about it, folks. Grassy ruin. Someone will come and pick up that soon enough. Right, yeah, we'll finish there. As you can see, the blight continues to spread and finds new places to be. As usual, the two factions will continue to fight each other and the bandits at the same time. May I say, I really do like the soundtrack for this game. It's very classy. And while there's no animations in the movement of units, the tile set's not bad. And I really say this music's really appealing, and this is a really simple yet complicated game again. Your entire objective is to get them to kill each other without destroying one another. Let's see, we'll toss a archery camp down in here. Now, it's going to need a butcher and a fletcher and such, so... yeah, I can't buy the fletcher right now. Or the well. Again, because I gave them an archery, I'm going to give them an archery. And since I can't get the other buildings out at the moment, just have a quick eyeball here. Well, I could throw out one of these things, but not right now. It's a bit destabilizing. And the blight continues to expand. As you can see, it's actually moving into my city over there. And he was purified at bonuses because he was standing in the bamboo forest. One of the things I wanted to get going for this site is a seer. There we go. Oh, grassy ruin. So, there we are. Eventually they will destroy this bandit keep and it'll stop producing bandits. They'll go back to just straight on killing each other. If frailty is about to happen, that means a lot of units are going to just simply die. Because, well, they're all going to be reduced to 1 hit point. So anytime anybody attacks somebody else, they're just going to die. Oh, that's right, I'm in the Japanese faction. Red faction, not blue faction. And you're like, diamond mine? Yep, one right there. Now the blight will purify bonuses out as well. That changes the dynamic a lot, because you might remember from the previous version of the game, if you put some bonuses out there, say like Pandora's Box, those people are going to be around for a long time. Because they tended not to die, what with the advantages conferred. He's been parked here the entire time, which is a bit annoying, because that means I can't use this space. I can't give them a diamond mine yet. I can give them a jeweler, but I don't have a diamond mine in place, I don't believe. No, I did do the diamond mine. Remember, you can save up to 9 actions, so having 6 left over is fine. Let's see if we can get sunstone going here. As you can see, the special units now require soul imprints. Soul imprints are created by people dying, basically. So you can't just go and spam out a bunch of Valkyries at some point unless you've had a lot of deaths. Let's get a school going, why not? And yeah, if I drop a Deer Park and a Fletcher in here. There we go. The blight continues to spread, unopposed pretty much, because I'm not doing anything about it. Finally. Well, frailties happen, so you can see everybody's health bars are minimized. And yep, just takes one hit to kill now. Not enough for the school. Don't want to throw up any more military buildings at the moment. Now, some other actions, as you might recall, cost 2 action points. Like, for example, dropping out this log. Not ready to put that one out yet. So this is a real and proper ruin here, and we should be able to build a hamlet on that, I believe. I'm afraid sometimes this just happens. You have the units attacking things that are kind of off the screen, and that means you can't quite see what's being attacked. And he's got a lot of action points, so he's using them all. I think he's attacking a structure, because there's no way it's a unit. Yeah, it was attacking this wood hut, which is an allied self-sufficient camp. And they've joined up with the Japanese here. Right. So let's see if we can build one of those little hamlet things. Nope. I guess it's only upon your domestic ruins. This is my first time with the new expansion, so please forgive my lack of in-depth knowledge. I thought I'd get this out here so you folks could see what's going on. But this unit's finally moved out of there, so I have that space again. So you can't play these here either, right? You have to wait until something's been destroyed, I believe. Still not enough stone for the school. There we we go. That gets the moonstone going here. Back to auto follow so we can see the units. Just in time to watch this guy repeatedly attack the same HUD for minor amounts of damage. Sorry. Well, that's destroyed. And it's a grassy ruin, so I can't do anything with that. You'd think he'd attack the unit standing in front of him instead of attacking the town. Oh well. Let's see, next up is Lockdown. All buildings are shut up tight and can take no damage for both factions and the bandit keeps. However, in doing this, red and blue factions lose their ability to produce human military units during this time, while bandits do not. Uh-oh. Well, unfortunately, there's no bandit production on the table at the moment. So, we have enough points for the Age of Man. We're starting to work on our score for the Age of Monsters. It's turn 25, so we still have 5 turns yet of the Age of Man. I wonder if we can play anything unusual yet. Nope. Oh, they can finally get their school, though, so we'll do that. Keep the rock coming. Fully capable archery range. One more action point to spend. Oh, see, I can put out a Valkyrie. Little unbalancing to throw out the Valkyrie right now, though. So, we'll just throw out some rocks, because we can, and keep our turns in order. Again, no telling what the AI is going to decide to attack. You'd think that this would be a point that you'd want to kill. Oh, but I think this unit's immune to ranged attacks. Yeah, so it has to be a melee attack that comes up to it and kills it. Sounds like a building got destroyed, so maybe we'll finally be able to play one of those hamlets. The red team is down a little on the population points versus the blue. That means I should favor the Japanese a bit over the Norse at the moment, because I don't want them to get too unbalanced. But it looks like the Japanese are coming back here. Yep, we've had 2 buildings destroyed in the Japanese camp, so we'll definitely see if we can put up a hamlet. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay. Apparently you can place these on top of other hamlet buildings, but so I'm not seeing that. Okay, so now I have these builder units. They last for 1 turn. And placing the hamlets didn't seem to use much in the way of action points. Now, the Norse haven't had any destroyed buildings yet. An elf. Could be good. Put up that mountain there just to keep that away. Being able to repair buildings is kind of, I don't know if that's a step backwards or not. I suppose with the hamlets, there's more of a reason now for destroyed buildings, and the town won't just be wiped out without the ability to repair buildings. But it does mean that you lose essential infrastructure as you go as well, and tavern. I mean, look at this. This is the blight. The blight continues to spread. It's just continuously expanding. Swarming over the middle of the battlefield, and it's wiping out cleansing bonuses as well. So no matter how many of these ruins that people move to, or the special tokens I leave out, their bonuses are generally going to be wiped by the time we run into each other, because they happen to move through this massive blight area. Now, I could probably slow them down on attacking my buildings by throwing up some mountain in the way. The smart thing to do would have been to work out what buildings were destroyed before I replaced these as well. Oh well. Wonder what I'm missing. It's not the iron pit. My wheat farm seems to be missing. And I guess the diamond mine's gone too. Okay. What the heck? Let's have some fun. Let's put the Valkyrie out. Some more rock. Well, as you can see, that was stupid because we were in the middle of frailty. Basically a waste. Does mean the points generated for it have been generated. So many dead. And frailty's not even over yet. Anyhow. It's easy to get relaxed by this music. And it's quite easy to let this get out of control. You have to try to keep things balanced. Otherwise it's not going to work out. I mean, you can keep making these like little higgly-piggly, I need to make little stretches of land off in the distance and then put on our little town center on it, and then that little bottleneck helps keep the enemy under control. But you can't cut them off entirely from each other. And if one gets overwhelming, they are just going to completely swarm through. And of course, then bandits randomly appear. So even if you do have this like little camp of survivors out here in the middle of nowhere, you still might get a bandit camp in between them and anything else. Anyhow, you've had a look at the tile set, you've had a look at the mechanics. Hopefully this has given you an idea what's going on. The DLC is on Steam. It's about $2 or £1.79 at the moment, and you know, for the game, it's a third faction. It needed a third faction. Your opinion whether or not that should have been something included in the game as free content, but the game itself has been expanded as well, so there's new tiles, so even if you don't pick up the expansion, there's new things in the game, and well worth a revisit. I'm going to leave it there, because, I mean, I could just keep on playing this for a while, but you've basically seen what there is to see. If you want to see more videos on this game, just leave some comments below and I'll shoot another one for you. But otherwise, I hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching. Bye, folks.